You are now at the Start screen. The Tutorials button takes you to dozens of videos like this one, from introductory to advanced. Consult them whenever needed. For this video, don't worry about following all screen actions. Other tutorials give you a step-by-step overview, using a demonstration campaign. At the Start screen, when ready to play, you load a campaign, or create a new one. Creating campaigns is an advanced feature, best left till later. Click here to load a campaign. If already playing a game, you can continue it, or even swap sides. If not, or you want to play another, you will see this screen. Select the campaign, which may have descriptive notes. Then, choose the side to play. You can also swap during play. Lastly, elect to restart it if already past turn 1, or else just continue it. You are now in your Admiral's office, which is your command center. If at the first turn, a welcoming video plays. The Royal Navy, keeping us safe for centuries. Click on the film to stop it. A video on the campaign may now play. It gives you tips on how best to play your side. Click the X button to stop it. The campaign name and current turn are shown at top left. Your country's leader overlooks you. In turns 2 and after, mousing over brings up his rating of your performance. At bottom left are options to save your work, load another campaign, or clone the existing one. Cloning is an advanced topic covered separately. When you have finished your moves for the turn, click the Out tray to save the game. If playing by email, you can send this file to your opponent. At any time, you can access in-game help. Every major screen has help text. Just click on the question button at top right to get help for that screen. Then, click the question button again to get the whole game manual. Clicking the video button brings up the same tutorials you can see from the Start screen. On the right-hand side, you see your to-do list. You need to follow this list every turn. There are 4 actions to take. First, click Briefings to review your situation. You get a detailed situation report, and if at turn 2 or later, you can replay all fleet movements and actions from the last turn. We'll see the replay a little later. Supplementary information is also available by clicking the wall map. See details of ships, air power and fleets, yours and the enemy's, and much more. Second, click Build to make your strategic decisions. This allows you to build the ships, aircraft and troops you need, as well as improve infrastructure and technology. The ships you build can be historical, or, if the campaign allows it, can be modified to suit, or even entirely new designs up to monster battleships of 140,000 tons. All your build tasks can be manually controlled by you, or else fully automated in just a few seconds, using your 2IC. Any combination of manual and auto control is also possible. Let's see this in action.
Sir, in accordance with our strategy, I have drawn up a proposed ship construction list for your consideration and approval.
Click No at this point, so you can first build some ships yourself. Let's start by building an improved King George V battleship with 15-inch guns instead of 14-inch. The new design gets a new class name and ship name, which you can change if you want. Okay, now let's build a much bigger battleship. Increase the size factor to its maximum, and the other factors to a 4 out of 5. These factors are relative, and control the number and caliber of main and secondary armament, armor, structural strength, speed and range. The new design has 12 19-inch guns, nearly 20 inches of side armor and 30 knots speed. The tonnage is now over 100,000 tons. But let's build it anyway. Now, let's get your 2IC to build the rest of the
Sir,
Navy.
In accordance with our strategy, I have drawn up a proposed ship construction list for your consideration and approval.
Third, click Deploy to make your operational decisions. This allows you to form fleets and give them movement orders and missions. Fleet missions include offensive and defensive patrols by surface ships and subs, mine laying, convoys, troop transport, amphibious ops, reconnaissance, shore bombardment and more. As with build tasks, all deploy tasks can be assisted by your 2IC.
Sir, I have the pleasure to present for your eyes only a complete operational plan for the period ahead.
You can review the missions. Cancel any or all of them. Then, with the unallocated ships, you can manually create your own fleets and missions instead. But that is an intermediate to advanced topic covered in separate videos. Here, you also deploy aircraft to bases and carriers. Lastly, click Go to initiate tactical play. This is when your well thought out operational plans are tested. Tactical play adds much tension and challenge. But how often you exercise it is always a choice. Your fleets and airbases always act intelligently on their own. Fleets follow their orders, but will divert when their rules of engagement suggest an enemy fleet is a threat or opportunity. As to airstrikes, your bases and carriers automatically launch them, subject to general policies. While learning the ropes, it is wise to intervene sparingly. But, as your skill level increases, you can intervene as much as you want, controlling as many fleet movements and airstrikes as you want. At this point, the operational orders of both sides, yours and the enemy's, are combined.
Sir, awaiting your command to immediately commence operations.
The orders then play out simultaneously, hour by hour, displayed on a full screen map that you can zoom in on and pause. All important events are depicted as soon as they occur. Message boxes point to the location of these events. Control the speed of the calculation, and pause whenever needed with these buttons or hotkeys. Filter out messages you don't want, and force pauses on key messages here. You see and can respond to enemy movements as intelligence reveals them. Here, 2 enemy fleets are reported. Enemy TF3 is very close. It is small, with 2 cruisers and 2 escorts. Your TF2 has a heavy cruiser, escort carrier and 4 escorts and has been ordered by your 2IC to intercept. But can you do better? Enemy TF1 has a battleship, and it's heading southeast in your direction. Ordering our TF2 to shadow it should allow a useful airstrike from a distance, whilst avoiding a gun battle we would surely lose. In a few hours, we are ready to launch an airstrike. We can edit the recommended strike composition. The strike finds its way to the target. One aircraft falls to Akak, but the 2 heavy cruisers and the old battleship Caio Duilio are damaged, the battleship, badly so, receiving multiple bomb hits. Other battles can involve submarines, surface ships, land assaults, amphibious ops. Aerial anti-submarine warfare. Airstrikes on enemy ports. Other actions include mine damage, aerial interception battles, and shore bombardments. Other tactical play allows control over fleet redeployments, fleet and ship rules of engagement, airstrike targets and much more. As you have seen, all important events are depicted as soon as they occur. They include enemy sightings and signal intercepts, priority response orders for your fleets, airstrike movements, mine laying and sweeping, cargo handling and more. Run the tactical turn to the end. Your report appears, summarizing your current situation, after all the action from the last turn. The war under your command is now 1 month old. Your economic position has deteriorated slightly, largely due to losing over 40,000 tons of shipping. This is about 3 times greater than enemy losses. Victory in short campaigns is about supply or capture objectives, but in long campaigns like this it is mostly about winning the economic war. So, where did we lose more ships? The action report section summarizes all battles and has links to them. It is in the one surface battle where we lost out badly. Our 5 unescorted merchant ships were sunk in an hour by the small Italian cruiser and destroyer force. Replaying the battle has no surprises. The Italians had a field day chasing down the fleeing merchant ships. What are the lessons? Could the battle have been avoided? To find out, let's see the tactical turn replay. This replays the turn in view-only mode. You cannot change anything. We see the convoy heading out from Alexandria. An enemy task force is spotted on hour 82. The convoy briefly takes avoiding action by reversing and holding station to the southeast, but the enemy is not again sighted until it has caught up and intercepted on hour 102. The lesson is to never run merchant ships unescorted, especially if there is no advance reconnaissance. Going back to the sitrep, we can see from the 3 submarine battles that we also lost 4 subs to the numerous Italian escorts, having only minor success against their merchant ships. The one bright spot is that airstrikes from our carriers and land bases inflicted considerable damage on numerous Italian ships, but without any confirmed sinkings. Now, let's close the situation report and see what your leader thinks of your performance so far. He is disappointed, but this is relatively mild. If things were really bad, you would be sacked forthwith. Finally, as the last step in this video, let's quickly see things from the Italian side. We'll load up the campaign as the Italians and continue it, rather than restarting. Looking at his report, we see that his odds were rated as a little difficult compared to the British. This campaign setting is important, as will soon be explained. The Italian admiral has lost more resources than the Brits. Why, if fewer ships were sunk? It is because so many Italian ships were damaged, and they will need costly and time-consuming repairs. We can see this in the ship roster and the economic balance sheet, both accessible from the report. Closing the report, we can see that Mussolini finds the Italian admiral's performance a little encouraging. Despite the heavy damage, the Italians have performed not too badly, given the starting odds. That concludes this video. Time limitations have meant the coverage is partial and surface level. Other videos cover the game more fully. In particular, the crucial process of forming fleets and missions has its own series of tutorials. Videos also cover building and deploying aircraft, raising troops and developing technology and infrastructure. Tactical play has only been skimmed over here and also has its own tutorials, as does the whole topic of creating campaigns. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully, it has aroused your interest in watching more of these tutorials, which are graded and numbered to help you progress through them.